Hello friends, in this particular video we will learn traversals in binary tree. There are four types of traversals: pre-order, in-order, post-order and level order on the basis of concept of root. So we have left child, root node and the right child. If we go in the same fashion, it is in-order traversal. Okay, but if we process the main, which is root node, before this in this fashion, then it will be pre-order. And if we process this particular root node after this, so it will be left child first, then right child, then the root node, then it is post order. So you can see in order the root comes in between, in pre-order it comes pre, and in the post order it will be on the back of the array. Let's start discussing pre-order traversal, how we can get the pre-order traversal in this particular tree. So we will process directly from root. So you can see root node, which is 1. So we are here. Since it is pre-order, we will process the root first. So we are here and it is a root. So we will process it. So it comes 1. Then it's time for left child. So we will come to left child. It is 2. So we will come to this node, which is 2. Okay. And we will process it. Since it is a root, process it. So we already processed 1. We processed 2, which is left child of this. Then from 2 we will come to its left child, which is 3. Okay, so we come to this 3, as you can see, and since it is also a root for this particular section, we will process it. Then it's time for its left child, which is nothing but null value. Then it's time for its right child, which is also nothing but null value. Now since we already processed 3, then you can see from 1 we came to 2, then from 2 we came to 3, and then since we already processed with left child, now it's time to go back and process the right child. So for 3 we already processed left child and right child, you can see. Now it's time for 2. For 2 we already processed root node and left child. Now it's time for right child, which is nothing but a null value. Then you can see we already processed the whole node, root, left child, right child. Then again go back to process the right child of the 1, which is 4. So we will come to 4. Since it is root node, we will process it. Now it's time for its left child. Left child is 5. So we will come here. Since it is also a root node, we will process it. Now it's time to process its left child, which is nothing but null value. Then its right child, again null. Then we already processed with root, left child and right child. So we will go up. So you can see for this 4, left child is processed, right child is still pending. So we'll come to 7. So 7. So we came here. So 7. Since it is a root node, we will process it. Since 7 is processed, we will cut it. Then its left child, null. Then its right child, null. So this is our expected output. So if we simplify it, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. This is our pre-order. Now it's time for in-order traversal. In in-order traversal, we will process left child first, then root, then the right child. So we are on the root node. This is 1. But since we have to process left child first, we will come to the left child, which is 2. So we are here now. Okay, we have to process left child before root node. We won't do anything to 2. We will directly come to its left child, which is 3. So we are here now. For this, we will process its left child first, which is null. You can see. So we will come to here. And since it is null, we will directly print it. So left child is processed for this one. Now it's time for root node, because left child is processed. Now it's time for root node. Root is nothing but 3. We will process it. Then it's time for its right child. So we will come here again and process it. This is done. Since this particular part is done, and from where we came here? From here. So we will go back to this particular thing. 3 is processed. Since left child for this is already processed, we will process root node, which is nothing but 2. So it is done. Left child is processed, root is processed. Now it's time for right child, which is nothing but null. So you can see this whole node is processed now. So we will go back again from where we came. So 2 is already processed. So we are here. Left child is already processed for this. So we will process this root node as well. Then it's time for right child, which is nothing but 4. So we will here at 4. Okay. And for the 4, process the left child. So on the left side we have 5, so we will come here. So from here we came here to 5. For this particular section we will process the left child. So for the 5, the left child is null, so we will process it. Since for the null value we don't have any left and right child. So this is processed, and the order is left child, root and right child. So left child is processed, so we will process root as well, which is nothing but 5. Then since we already processed with 5, so it's time for right child, which is again null. So we will process it. So this particular section is also processed, so we will go up. 5 is processed, then it's time for root node, so we will process 4. Then it's time for its right child, which is nothing but 7, so we will come to 7. Then its left child, which is nothing but null. Then its root itself, which is 7. Then its right child, null. And from where we came here? Here. This is also processed. This is our solution. So what's the actual output if we can see for this simplified one? 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 7. For root node 1, its left child should process first. So its left childs are 2 and 3. You can see they are in front of it. Right childs are 4, 5, 7. They are on the right of the one. Then if you see the second, so its left childs are 3. So for 2, left child is 3. It is here. Right part we don't have any, so nothing. Same for node 3. You can check. We don't have any left and right part, so nothing matters. For 4, on the left side, what should be here? For the 4, on the left hand side, it should be 5, which is here. Right side, it is 7, which is also here. It is like that.
The next traversal is Postorder Traversal. So B will be on the root node first, which is 1. As you can see, this is a root node. So in which order we have to process? First left child, then right child, then the root. Okay, so for the 1, we first come to the left child, which is 2. So we come to here, 2. Okay, again for this particular node we should go to left child first. So we came here, which is 3. So we are on the 3 now. Then again on the left child, so we are here. So this and this is null, so we can just process it. So left child first, and which is null. Then after this we should go to the right child. So for this particular node, which is the right child? This one. So we will process this. Left is processed, right is processed. Then it's time for root node, as already mentioned. So we will process this 3. So from where we came here? From above. So we will go back to this 2. Okay, 3 is already processed. So you can see for this particular section, the left child is processed. Now it's the turn for right child. So we will process it. Since it is null, we can directly process it. It's a null value, we will directly process it. After left and right child, it's the time for root node. So we will process 2 as well. So we came from here, so we will go up. Left child is processed. Then it's time for right child. So we will come this side. Now we are at the 4. So we will go to 4, which is here. Okay, so for again, for this particular node we have to go to left child, as you can see, left, which is 5. So we came here. Then for 5 also we have to go on the left side, because left child we should process first, so which is null value, so we can just put it like this. Then it's time for its right child, so we will directly process it because it is a null value. After left and right child we should process root node, so we will process 5. So 5 is processed, so we will go back on the fourth node, which is this one. Then left child is already processed, so it's turn for right child. So we came to 7, so we are on the 7 now. So from where we came here, from here we came to 7. Okay, for 7 we will process the left child first, so left child, which is null. Then it's time for right child, which is already null. Then we will process root node itself, which is 7. And from where we came here, all the way from here, from 4. So 7 is also processed, so left child is processed, right is processed, so it's time for root. From where we came here, we came from here, so we'll process this, which already processed. So you can see for this particular node, left is processed, right is processed, it's time for root node. So what is our actual solution? If we simplify this, 3 2 5 7 4 1, this is our desired solution. So for post order, root should be on the last. So you can see for this whole tree, the first is the root node, which is 1, so it is on the right most in the array. So you can see similarly the other subtrees as well. Like if we look into this subtree, which is 4 5 7, so the 4 should be after 5 and 7. So you can see the 4 is after 5 and 7. If you look into this particular subtree, which is 2 and 3, so the root is 2, so 3 should process before it, so 3 is already processed before 2. So likewise you can look into and see, if you go to this 5 and 7, so 5 is the left child and 7 is the right child, 5 should come ahead of 7, you can see. So that's how you can verify. Now it's time for level order traversal. So in level order traversal, we generally traverse in the basis of levels. So how many levels are here in this particular tree? Level 1, level 2, level 3. We are considering one based indexing. Sometimes people follow zero based indexing as well. You can see in this particular example, if we process in level order, what will be the output? We will process the 1 first, then this particular level, and we will follow left to right or right to left. It depends on us in which way we were following. So by default we generally follow from left to right. So 1 is processed, then if we go this, 2 is processed, then 4 is processed, now again, then 3 is processed, 5 is processed, then 7. So the answer is 2 5 7. This is our answer for level order traversal. Level order traversal is the easiest among all of them. Thanks for joining.